Hola, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. ¿Cómo están? How are you? Espero que bien. I hope you're well. Hoy vamos a aprender sobre los animales. Today we're going to learn about animals. Todos adoramos a los animales. Todos queremos mucho a los animales. ¿Sí? Queremos mucho. We like animals. We like them a lot. Los adoramos. We adore animals, right? Super. Well, we have so many animal names to translate that we just don't have enough time. So I'm just going to go over the most commonly names of animals that we know of and use in English, okay? I'm going to break it down into two different lessons. So today we're going to focus on like pet animals and animals that we can find like a fair, like at the Del Mar Fair that we're so used to going every year. And I'm also going to, in a way, teach you how to address a little animal. Now, here's a little background that you need to know and you need to familiarize yourself with. In Spanish, whenever we see something small, and it can be anything, whether it's a child, like a newborn baby, or it's a small plant, or an object. It can be a small notebook, like those tiny notebooks. So whenever we are referring to something small on the tiny side, sorry, my hands are covered in marker because I was writing with marker. So whenever we refer to something small, tiny in Spanish, we have the tendency of adding ito towards the end of the word. So for example, let me show you. I have right here a giraffe. Jirafa, right? So it's a jirafa. And let's just pretend this is a very tiny jirafa, a small jirafa, pequeña. So I would say, oh, mira la jirafita. Oh, look at the small giraffe. Or if I have a teddy bear, which I do right here because this is my son's bedroom. Here's a teddy bear. We have a teddy bear. Oso. Teddy bear means oso. En español, we say oso, oso de peluche. Okay? So bear, oso. Teddy bear, oso de peluche. More referring to a stuffed animal. Now we say oso for bear, oso, and let's pretend this is a tiny bear, un pequeño oso. So instead of saying oso, we have the tendency of saying osito, because we're adding ito at the end, okay? So I know that was a lot of information for me to give you, but just keep that in mind, that whenever you're referring to something small, tiny, we in Spanish tend to add ito at the end. So even if it's, let's say a blanket, cobija, and if it's a small blanket, which I have one right here. So let's say it's a small blanket, right? So cobija means blanket, but small blankie, cobijita. So see, we add ita or ito, depending on the ending of the word. For example, if it ends in A, it's feminine, so you're going to add ita. If it's O, like also, you're going to add ito. Okay? I know, it's a lot to give you, but I just wanted you to know and for you to be exposed to whenever you hear ito in Spanish, you automatically know that it's referring to something small, on the smaller than usual size. Okay? All right, well, let's get started with some of our basic animals. Next week, I will be focusing on Amazon animals and like forest and sea animals. And today we're just going to focus on our most commonly used or animals that we see quite often and adding ito or ita at the end to represent or show tell people that that you're referring to something small, to a small animal. All right, so the very most important thing that I want you to be able to remember, and this is hard, I must say, it's hard and it's challenging because this is not a first grade level type of lesson that I'm about to briefly give you. This is more of a fifth, sixth grade lesson, okay? So in Spanish, we have definite and indefinite articles, and the happens to be one of them, and it breaks into 4 different thes. So in Spanish, when we say the blanket or the shoe or the store, the car, the book, the animal, the eye, we have 4 different forms of the to choose from. And we need to remember which form goes with which, okay? So, los and el is used for masculine form. So anything that's boy form, in boy form meaning it's masculine, okay? So if it ends in an O, it's considered masculine. If it ends in an A, it's considered feminine. And then we have las and la, which are feminine. So we have los, which is plural boys, el, singular boy, and then we have las, plural girls, and then we have la, singular girl. Okay, so for example, if I want to say the boy, I would say el chico. If I want to say the boys, since it's plural, I need to say los chicos. And same thing with the girl, la chica or la niña. And then we have the girls, las niñas. So singular, plural, okay? Now, for the animals, I decided to use all of their singular forms, okay? Which I have right here. So, la vaca means the cow. Now, because vaca ends with the letter A, it's considered feminine. So that's why we use la, okay? La cabra, the goat. La gallina, the hen. Now, if you want to say the chicken, then you would say el pollo. El caballo, the horse. So I'm using el now because it's masculine, because caballo, horse, ends with an O. So remember, if it ends with an O, it's masculine. If it ends with an A, it's feminine. El perro, the dog. El gato, the cat. El puerco, or sometimes you hear people refer to a pig by saying cerdo, which I personally like to use more. I use cerdo more, but I've been hearing quite a lot puerco as well. So that's why I want to expose you to both forms. Now, there's another form that I'm not going to go over right now, but like you know, there's more than one way of addressing certain fruits. Same thing with animals. I guess it's just depending on the Spanish-speaking country that you're from. So then we have el borrego, which is the sheep. Okay? So borrego ends with O, cerdo or puerco ends with an O, gato ends with an O, perro ends with an O, and caballo ends with an O. So that's why they're all el, which means the. Okay? Gallina, cabra, and vaca, they end with an A, so that's why we use la. Okay? Let's just say you want to talk about a cat, and you know that's a female cat. It's a girl cat. Oh, no. We are not going to call this girly cat el gato. That would be offensive to her, right? She's not a boy cat. She's a girl cat. So, gato can be switched to the feminine form by removing away the O and replacing it with an A. So it becomes gata, la gata, the cat, and it's a girl cat. El gato, the cat, but it's a boy cat. Okay? Now, for the most part, a lot of the animals do have this way of changing from masculine to feminine or vice versa, for feminine to masculine, but not all of them do. For example, we know that la vaca, the cow cannot be changed into the boy form, el toro, the bull, right? No, it has its own way. So just keep that in mind, okay? Bueno, now it's your turn to give it a try. I'm going to say the word en español, and then I want you to repeat after me, okay? La vaca, intenta tú. You try. La cabra, la gallina, el caballo, el perro, el gato, el puerco o cerdo, el borrego. Muy bien. Now, on the website, you're also going to find a couple, I think it's 2 handouts. Yeah, 2 handouts. One that looks like this, and it's titled Animales de la Granja, Farm Animals. I want you to copy, not necessarily copy, but I want you to try practicing writing the names of all these animals in español, okay? So they're written already. All you have to do is just copy them. I don't like to say copy, but that's what you probably most likely will end up doing. So we have la vaca, which is the cow, la gallina, the hen, el caballo, the horse, el borrego, the sheep, el pavo, the turkey, el perro, the dog, el puerco, the pig, el gato, the cat, the boy cat, y la cabra, the goat, okay? Now, you're also going to see this form, which means it's titled Los Animalitos, little animals. So this is the part where I was talking to you about in the very beginning of this video, how we add ito to the end of the name of the animal to make it small. So we have pollo, which means chick, a baby chick. But if you add ito, it becomes a baby chick, el pollito, el gatito, the baby cat, although we know in English we say kitten, el cordero, el patito, el perrito, y el cabrito. Okay? Now, cordero refers to lamb. Okay? Now, and cabrito, right here, cabrito refers to the baby goat. Okay? Now, down here it says, ¿Quién es el bebé? ¿Quién means who? Es is el bebé, the baby. ¿Quién es el bebé? You're going to match them, okay? Now, another thing that I really want for you to work on is for you to write, actually, it's going to be more of an interview. I want you to ask your parents or siblings what their favorite animal is, but you're going to ask them in español. So you're going to ask the question, ¿Cuál es tu animal favorito? What's your favorite animal? ¿Cuál es tu animal favorito? What's your favorite animal? So try one more time. ¿Cuál es tu animal favorito? What is your favorite animal? Muy bien. Now, go on, ask everyone in your family what their favorite animal is in Spanish. And hopefully they give you one of the animals that we just went over. If not, save it, and next week we're going to continue with more animals, so that may be an opportunity for you to translate whatever animals your family members love like. Okay? Nos vemos!